Hello, welcome back to Hunter Tuned. Today, something a little bit different. I haven't talked about my 2016 Dodge Ram EcoDiesel that I picked up a little over a year ago. I got it last November, I think, and I've had the truck. I've put about 30,000 miles on it so far, and I've been absolutely loving this truck. I wanted to talk to you guys about it and just show you my 2016 EcoDiesel. And it's on the dyno, just cuz. Why not? I wanted to see what this little puppy makes. It's not a horsepower monster by any means, but it definitely gets the job done. I haul race cars with it and daily drive it, and it's just been proven to be, honestly, my favorite truck. It's the best truck I think I've ever owned. Even though I've had numerous people tell me, don't get them. Don't get that truck, the motors are junk, it's gonna blow up on you, etc., etc. I did get a warranty through the dealer that I purchased this from, and I just, I've been putting the warranty to the test, driving it every day and putting it through its paces, and I haven't had one single issue like that I can think of. I'm gonna knock on some wood here. Knock on wood. I haven't had any issues with the truck. I haven't had any issues. Like, I'm trying to think if I have. Have I actually had any issues with this thing? No. No. I've had zero issues with this truck. I just had to think because everything else I own has issues at some point. I haven't had anything go wrong with this truck, and it's been proven to be reliable and very comfortable to drive, very enjoyable to drive. I can't really say enough good things about it. I'm going to show you around the truck real quick, show you what's all done to it. I honestly, a quick little backstory. Sorry if this is your first time here, guys. My name's Hunter, and I babble quite a bit. I just try to tell you the story. The whole story, and that's just kind of what I do on this channel. So, but if you enjoy it, please hit the subscribe button and join for all the hot rods and stuff that we play around with on the chassis dyno and all the fun stuff that we mess around with here on Hunter Tuned. Hit the like button too if you guys enjoy the truck. Show your support, leave a comment, etc. So a little backstory. I've driven pretty much solely since I got my license. I've only driven or only owned 99 through 2007 Chevy Silverados. Like, that was my go-to truck. It was always my go-to truck, and I've had a few of them that we've turbocharged and done modifications to, and I've used them as tow pigs to pull race cars with and just do general work with, and they have been awesome. They were like the most reliable truck I could ever come across, was 99 through like 07 Silverado. I never really had any major issues with any of them. They were just getting a little dated, and I wanted to update to something newer. So I sold my turbo pickup truck, and I ended up getting a 2015 Ford F-150. I think it was probably like 2 years ago. If I have any pictures of that truck, I might insert a picture of it, but it was a 2015 Ford F-150 Platinum Edition EcoBoost. So it had the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, and I got inspired to buy that truck from a customer of mine that actually brought his truck here, and his truck made like, I don't even know, some ungodly amount of horsepower, and it just had bolt-ons. And I'm like, that's really cool. I want one. And the Platinum Fords, as you guys know, are extremely luxurious on the inside. Mine had black leather seats, heated, cooled seats, the big touchscreen display, you name it, like this truck had it. It had like a panoramic sunroof, moonroof, whatever. So it was literally like all glass above you. It was awesome. But with that truck, I hated it. I didn't like it. I bought it from auction, and it had bad turbos, but it was actually a cracked exhaust manifold, so it sounded like the turbos were going bad. And I bought that truck, and I put a set of exhaust manifolds on it, fixed it, and I drove it for about a year. And I literally just couldn't, I just didn't want to get in it every day. It just didn't feel right to me. I don't know why. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like a truck. It was way too nice, and I just couldn't drive something that nice. Like I couldn't do it. So I sold the truck, actually made a little bit of money selling it, and I got upset, and I'm like, I'm not going back to a 99 Silverado to drive as a daily driver truck. I want something new again. So I took the money that I made from the F-150 and I went to the dealership, and I just was looking around, and I was gonna buy a newer Chevy, like a newer 2015 Chevy pickup, a two-wheel drive, just some work truck. And but I wanted some of the amenities of the newer trucks. And I actually was just driving down the road, and I saw this thing at a dealership. I pulled into that dealership and I bought it sight unseen. Like, I don't normally ever do that. Especially with a purchase like this, which was $30,000, I never just like go, I just never just do it. I never do that. Especially an investment like this, because I don't plan on like reselling this to make money or anything like that. But I just had to have it. I took it for a test drive with the salesman, and I was like, this is so different. I need it. Like, I've never owned a Dodge truck in my life, and I don't know, I just kind of fell in love with it the first day I drove it, the first day I looked at it. So I went home with it that night. And like I said, it's been a little bit over a year now, and I still love the truck, honestly, probably more than I did the first day I drove it off the lot. I probably love it even more now, just because I've just grown to, this truck's kind of like my house, you know, it's comfortable, and it's just great. I love it. I don't know how to explain it, but like, if you guys love a truck, you just know it. And this is no exception. So let's show you the truck. I bought it with 97,000 miles on it, and it was a Lemon Law truck. So I think, you know, it had issues, you know, when it was new or something, and then they updated and fixed stuff, and then they sold it. So I was actually the third owner of the truck. The first owner had issues, sold it off to Lemon Law or whatever. The second owner bought it. He drove it the entirety of the truck, and then I got it. And the guy that owned it before me loved this truck just as much as I do, I think. He did a little bit of customization on it himself, which I'm not too keen on some of them, and I'm gonna show you the rest of the truck here right now. So this is it. I bought it pretty much exactly like this. The only thing that I've done to this truck is I actually debadged it. So stock, these trucks have badges on the back that say, like, you know, Bighorn, Ram Bighorn, Dodge 1500, whatever. They were just over here and over here. And I apologize, the truck is actually kind of dirty right now, but living in Wisconsin, it's actually snowing out right now. The roads are a little bit dirty, but I try to run this thing through a car wash every single day. I actually have one of those, it's like the monthly car wash thing where you can go every single day to wash your vehicle. So I have that to kind of keep the salt off of it and stuff like that, but it's been holding up like rust-wise. Underneath the frame, even the step panels and stuff like that down here are all super clean still. There's not really any sign of rusting anywhere on this truck, which is awesome, and I'm super thankful for, and I'm gonna keep washing it to keep it that way. A lot of people are scared to drive in the winter here in Wisconsin, obviously for good reasons, but I do believe if you put paint protection on and you wash your truck religiously, I don't think you really will have issues with rusting if you keep up on stuff. That's just my 2 cents. I didn't buy a truck to park in the winter. So with that being said, like I said, I debadged it, but I really think that's about all I've done to this truck since I got it. It did come with these like taillight covers. These are like the Ram taillight covers. And I'm not really a fan of these, especially this side, because it actually makes this taillight dimmer than that side for some reason. So I'm gonna try to remove these at some point, but I think they are adhesive onto the taillight. So I might actually just replace both taillight assemblies. So that's one thing I don't like about the truck, is the taillight covers that it came with, but whatever. I love the color. I love basic colors on a lot of vehicles, and I love white. As you can see, I painted my Acura Integra over here with the turbo K24 swap in it. If you guys haven't seen that car, go check it out. But that car I painted pretty much in my driveway with a buddy, and it turned out awesome, but we decided to go with a basic white color. I think anything goes with white, and little accents really kind of make the white look good. Like I debadged the front of the truck. It also had Ram 1500 right over here. If I actually rub some of this off, you can still see some of the outline of the lettering. I'm gonna work on cleaning that up come springtime, but I did leave the EcoDiesel badge on the truck. So I like the look of the EcoDiesel badge. I think it looks cool, and just by itself I think really kind of sets it off a little bit. It also has these badges up here that say 3.0 liter turbo diesel. I might delete these because I'm not really a big fan of them, so maybe eventually I'll get rid of these badges too. But yeah, other than that, it does have a set of fuel wheels. They are dirty, I'm sorry, but they are wrapped in some Nitto Terra Grappler tires, and they are, I don't really exactly know what, like, you know, model of wheel this is, but they are a fuel wheel and wrapped in some Nitto Terra Grapplers. They are a 295/60 R20, so whatever that comes out to. So they are a 34-inch tire, 11.5 inches wide, 7-inch sidewall. So I think they fit the wheel well pretty good, and I like it. They don't rub or anything like that. I can turn like a normal person and not have to worry about my tire rubbing on stuff, so that's cool. It does have this shorty antenna. I think this is a shorty antenna. I don't know if this is stock or not, but I may ditch this and get a better antenna because some of the radio stations in the truck don't come in all the time in certain locations when they should be. So I'm thinking maybe this antenna is not stock. I'm not 100% sure though. So if you guys do know, it's got to be aftermarket. It's got this carbon fiber on the bottom, so I'm assuming this is an aftermarket antenna. If there's a good one that you guys know of, leave it in the comments. I'd be definitely willing to upgrade that to a better style antenna, because some of the radio stations around here are a little sporadic, so I want to be able to pick up stations whenever. Damn it, it's fucking dark outside, and I'm trying to film the front end of the truck here quick. I just grabbed a flashlight. Hopefully you guys will be able to see the front end of the truck okay. Oh yeah, that looks all right. So the only other modification I've done to this truck is I actually did change out the headlight housings. These are a LED projector style housing, where the factory ones are just like the bulb inside there, and I upgraded to LED headlights. So when I had the stock housings with the LED headlights, everybody was flashing me, and not in a good way, if you know what I'm saying. So I actually got these projector housings because I was sick of people flashing their brights at me, and I got these. I think they look good. They're not too like ricer, as they would say. I think they look okay, and they definitely project the light the same as the stock housings, but I don't have people flashing me anymore. So yeah, coming around to this side, not really much else. I'm going to show you the interior. It also has this like gas cap thing on it. I don't think that's stock, maybe it is, but yeah. So you got the diesel tank and the DEF tank. And it also has a matching topper, which I don't know if I'm just getting old, but having a topper is definitely pretty cool, because it sucks, but I kind of use it as a garbage can. Like, I have a bunch of cardboard in here from getting a bunch of race car parts and stuff like that. I just chuck in here, and I don't have to worry about the cardboard flying out when I'm driving down the freeway. all my other trucks didn't have toppers, and they, you know, if I put cardboard in the bed and I went 70 miles an hour down the highway, the cardboard could fly out and then, you know, hit somebody else or whatever. So I always had to put a tarp on it or whatever, but with the topper, I can just shut it and not even worry about having cardboard back there or whatever else. If I put a motorcycle or like a, you know, motorcycle, a Grom or a scooter or something like that in the back of my truck, I can also shut the topper and not worry about the weather getting to it or anything like that. So I don't know if you guys notice, but when I open my topper here, you can see a light comes on. It's actually got an LED light wired into the topper here. Oh yeah, looking snazzy. And then if we open the tailgate, it also has the slow release tailgate, so that's pretty cool. I like that about this truck. I don't know, other than that, it's got a bed liner, you know, basic stuff, but yeah. Other than that, I think that's about it with the outside of the truck. I'm gonna show you the inside of it quick, and that'll be it, and maybe we'll look under the hood. And then in the next video, we're gonna spin it up on the dyno and see what kind of power it makes, just for the hell of it. Now, mind you guys, I drive this thing every day. It's not the cleanest on the inside, especially with all the dirt and stuff out at the shop all the time. Like, you know, I got big floor mats. It's where you kick your feet off, you know? It's just truck stuff. And then Roxy rides with me everywhere we go. So my interior probably will be a little bit trashed, but there's such good cleaning chemicals out there and stuff nowadays, guys, with, you know, a lot of these companies that do detailing. I know Trevor actually does detailing now, so I'm not really worried about cleaning interiors up. Everything can be cleaned up, in my opinion. And it's not like I'm completely, you know, puking in the truck every day or something. It's just, you know, I drive it every day. I stop and get some T-Bell, you know, and then I forget the bag. Stuff like that. But yeah, so Roxy rides with pretty much everywhere we go. She loves this truck. She tends to sit on the center console quite a bit. How you doing, baby girl? But yeah, other than that, pretty basic. It's not like super luxurious, but it does have some good amenities, I think, in this truck. But the panels are all very rigid. These handles are like, I feel like I could yank these things pretty hard and nothing would break. The handles all feel really good on this truck. It's got headlight switches here for auto and, you know, on or off. This is the gauge cluster display. I actually really like the gauge cluster, and another reason I was telling you guys about my Ford, I didn't really like the Ford because it just didn't feel like a truck. Like, having black leather seats and stuff like that in my pickup truck that I drive every day and go to work in and everything like that, I just couldn't do it because I'm like, man, I'm fucking ruining this truck. But this thing, she's just got basic cloth seats, nothing too special. And we got the durable little floor mats down here. I don't even know, I think these are actually factory Dodge floor mats. The steering wheel, okay, so like this is a fairly basic model. I don't think it's like the top of the line or anything like that. So it's got cloth seats and everything like that, but there is some luxuries that it does have, like a heated steering wheel, which is awesome in the winter months here in Wisconsin. I don't have to wear gloves. I can literally remote start my truck, and if I remote start the truck, it actually is set up where when I remote start it, it automatically turns on my heated seats and it automatically turns on my heated steering wheel. So that is really cool. I love that about this thing. I think it's actually set up like under a certain temperature it does that, and then when in the summertime, if I remote start it, it doesn't turn the heated seats on and stuff. I think that's how it is. I'm not even 100% sure. But we do got a couple turbos in this thing, air freshener. But yeah, so moving on. This is the rest of the interior of my 2016 Ram. Love the center display here. There is still some mechanical knobs, your volume, your fan for your blower motor, and your tuner for your radio. You still have buttons for adjusting temperature and stuff like that, although I really don't think I've ever used these buttons at all. I've used the hazards, I've used that's it. Like, I use the volume knob and the fan speed, but that's it. Everything else I actually control from the steering wheel. So like, see here, I'm gonna turn this thing on real quick. Door open. Yeah, so there we go, Ram Bighorn. And then this is the display that comes up here. It's got this app, Uconnect or whatever. I don't have that. I don't have any of the fancy stuff, but there's the rear view mirror. Goddamn, go or blow, Cletus McFarland air freshener. Look at the sky out there. Beautiful night. A little snowy, but whatever. Okay, so anyways, the infotainment system on this truck, I love it. We got our temperature, my iPhone hooks up to it, and then we can go to radio or whatever. See, I don't even get radio stations in my shop. That is one issue with the truck though, is like when it's cold, when you first fire up the truck in the morning and you go to adjust the volume, it doesn't work right away. Like, I just turned it again. And you see that? That is actually one of the only issues that I actually could think of with the truck, is the radio tends to do that when it's like you first fire it up, but now I can turn the volume knob and everything works normally. So yeah, but anyways, that's about it. The another thing with this truck that is a little bit different than most trucks, and I really didn't think that I would like this. I was like, man, Dodge is so dumb for doing this, and I was scared of it because I'm like, oh, it looks like issues, everything like that. But after talking to a couple buddies of mine that have done a lot of Dodge stuff, they say that these transmissions are actually really good, and yeah, I'm not super worried about it. It works every time. So when we start the truck up, I do have an issue too where the projector headlights, they're all LED, so it says that my turn signals are out because they're LED and I don't have like a flasher upgrade or whatever, so they flash fast. I don't know if anybody knows how to fix that. Please let me know down in the comments. Especially on the Dodge. I don't know if it's just as simple as putting a resistor in or not, but yeah, I'd be interested in doing that. So going through the menu here, we have like coolant temp, trans temp, oil temp, and oil pressure. This is what I usually watch. Otherwise, I'm tracking my fuel mileage here, which this truck doesn't really get the greatest fuel mileage. At least what they claim this truck gets is like over 20 miles to the gallon. Only time I get 20 miles to the gallon is in the summertime. In the winter time up here in Wisconsin, I really only get about 17 to 18 miles to the gallon. But for a full-size pickup truck, it's really not that bad. I'm hoping I can try to improve the fuel mileage somehow in the future. I'm not going to say the word, but you know, I'm going to try to improve the fuel mileage, and yeah, whatever. But so this is your park reverse neutral. Super flawless. It works every time. Traction control is going to go crazy because I'm on the dyno. Well, maybe not. Yeah, no, it's not letting me accelerate. It's the first time I've ever driven this thing on the dyno. But you guys will have to stay tuned to see the dyno stuff in the next video, but not this one. I've already babbled on long enough with this truck. Just wanted to let you guys know that it's awesome. Don't be scared to get one of these things. And like I said, I really enjoy it. So I think you guys probably would too. It's cool. I can charge my laptop and stuff in here when I'm on my way to the shop. So stuff like that with this thing has really been helpful, and I enjoy about it. It's got plenty of storage room. Like, there's just ample storage everywhere in this truck. So that's all really cool. The center console is huge, and it gets full of water bottles and garbage and, you know, whatever else all the time really easily, but it is a very deep like center console with 2 really nice cup holders. I don't know what else to say, guys. If you want to see more with my EcoDiesel, you guys will have to let me know. I just figured I'd make this video showing it and giving you a little intro to the EcoDiesel of mine. So if you guys enjoyed, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and God bless. We'll see you later. Have a great night and a better tomorrow.